Morning, besties. Um, it's so warm. I don't even need this, but I don't want to take the effort to put it away. Um, how you doing? I'm doing great. I have decided that I do not like peach, um, in terms of peach flavor, as much as I thought I did. Maybe it's more of a sometimes thing. Um, yeah, very interesting. Um, anyway, so I'm gonna do my little wrap up of March because March is over, and I have done some stuff in March. Um, I got very violently ill. I lost my voice last week, and then the week before that, I was kind of just out of it, and I did not have the thing. So this is bright screen. Let's go over it. I had about 818 average words per day in March. February it was 1,254. I wrote 14,000 words of skill spear. Yeah, so I took a week off. I'm gonna go on vacation soon, um, just in time to get more stuff. I wrote 4,000 words of blood rights, which I feel like it's in the very ending stages, which is great. So I might be able to finish that while I'm on vacation. But yeah, that all dipped down when I got sick twice. But now I'm feeling back. I'm not 100% getting my voice. But yeah. And this is because this is my reminder to myself that I'm going to buy another car. Um, it'll be here soon. I'm gonna figure out which car I'm gonna get. Uh, real life is my like regular life has slowed down considerably, and I'm just like, do I have time? Excuse me. Do I have time to go test drive a car? I know that I'm going to like an hour away, drive back, make a decision, drive back there, give them the paperwork, have them ship the car to me. All this stuff. I don't know. And I'm gonna shave my head after that. It's spring. I did not want to be so fucking warm. Excuse my language. But anyway, on to this. So this was not the month I expected to have, especially since in 2 months I intend to release something new. I've only got 4,000 words into that. I'm not sure how I feel about the feedback I've gotten. I might have to do some rewrites, but it's only 4,000 words. So, like, oh well. I just finished. I'm like halfway through Skill Spear, and I need to shift focus for the other one soon. So I might drop that down to one a week. Um, who knows? This way I can push it out further, but we'll see. Uh, but the big news is that I'm going to be doing a workshop this evening, the Royal Road Writers Guild, about social media. I think I'm going to talk about YouTube in particular. I might, but a lot of it's going to be introductory. It's going to be like, okay, how do you set up a thing? And then based off the feedback I get, I'm going to go in and I'm going to update this and probably do like 2 or 3 videos about it. I just want to give you some rambling thoughts about like this because I've been looking at other creators in other fields and I'm like, all right, what are people using um, which platforms for? So like obviously Instagram is not really the place where people go to read a book unless it's romance or Megaverse type stuff, which is mostly romance. Um, but where does my niche go? And my niche goes to Facebook and Reddit and Discords. So then, how do you, as an author, like, how do I I post memes on Facebook, right? I go on Reddit and I talk to people. I'm on Discord all the time. How do you, like, as an author, like, spend your energy when you're just like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, all right, let's just walk through it. So I have some worksheets I'm gonna have to work through tonight. It's gonna run for 5 to 6 weeks, depending on how which ones I want to focus on. But like, I will probably turn that into a course here for free. If you like what I'm doing, go to my Patreon and you can sell my Patreon. I'm not gonna sell this. It's not gonna be gate kept. It's gonna be just like we're gonna probably run the workshop a couple times anyway. If you want to take the workshop, you can go on Discord and join the Railroad Writers Guild. You can find a link in the Railroad freaking this Reddit subreddit all the time. I'm not posting one here because find me, good luck. But also because I'm like, there's a thing about like, if I have something at 9 p.m. Eastern time, then I'm screwing over the people that are on the other side of the world. And I know a lot of people on the other side of the world, specifically like Indonesia, Philippines, that are just like, this is when they're asleep. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, this is the time that I'm free. And then if you want me to do another workshop with the knowledge that I gained from the previous workshop, then I will run one for you. And then I'll probably be like that. And I'll be like, why the freak am I up at 5 a.m.? And it's because I love my people, right? I'm doing this for the love of the game, right? But let me talk to you about something totally unrelated. I wrote a blog post that did really well. Not blog post, Reddit post about manga economics. People come onto Royal Road and they're like, I want to turn my comic into, I want to write something. I want to turn it into a comic or a manga or an anime. And I'm just like, okay, I get what you're saying here. It's already like there's an established pathway to get from like being a good writer to like being a good author and like making enough money to live, right? If you're a good writer, you can figure out marketing and all that, and you can talk to your people, you can become a living writer in this space. It is very unusual that there is like a very established method, and then people that have done it like me, that we will like. I'm not a living writer. I'm a dead one. Which is to say, like I have another job. I'm not living off my writing. There are people like me who like we understand the thing, and we will take you from step to step to step, right, to get you through that, and then it's up to you to have like that execution really well. And there's a very established thing here, right? However, like it's kind of unclear as to like how to turn your book into a manga or anime. So I try to figure it out for myself. It's a lot of money or it's a lot of time. And the reason that I've started doing this, start all this drawing, is because most manga creators are the artists as well. It's the writer and the artist, right? Because it's so much work. It is so much money. If I wanted to commission a page of a manga, it'd be like at least $120 per page. And an 8-chapter manga is probably 192 pages, which works out to what, like 20 to 25 pages per chapter. Then there's some filler in there. Okay. If it costs you $22,000 to produce a book, you're going to have to sell thousands of them to recoup that, right? If I just want to release an ebook, it might cost me a few thousand, like $2,000 to $3,000. If I just wanted to release an audiobook with the ebook, that might be another $5,000, right? Whatever, on top of our total for one book. If I had like I would probably make more money off a 4-book series as an audiobook and ebook combo than a single manga. And that is because I do not have a manga following, a comic following, and I do not know how to sell that specifically. Because I'm like, there's the options, right? There's comic books, like graphic novels. There's manga. There's webtoons. There's web comics, right? I'm trying to sort this out for myself so that I can give people the best information. And the thing I keep going back to is like there are these established publishing houses that will publish your work, and they will take on that because they see what it is, right? Because it's such a huge investment. Like if I wanted to write a manga, I might be able to get to a point where I could do 2 pages a day, right? And if we're talking like 200 pages, that is 100 days. That's every 3 months I would finish a whole thing and then send it through, right? If I'm doing it by myself, black and white, right? and if I could do two pages a day, right? Because if I had nothing else on my plate, right, everything else in my life was taken care of, then yeah, I could do that. Then there are like these Japanese guys who do like a freaking chapter a day or a chapter a week, and I'm just like, how? Okay, I don't know how they're doing it. Well, I know how they're doing it. They're just like working all day, all the hours of the day, and I could focus on this. I love it, but like I have responsibilities, and I'm not gonna work that hard for this. I'm gonna be honest. I am doing this for me to learn to do covers, right? And that's my main thing. I'll do color cover illustrations. I want to be able to do like a single page of manga for somebody as a gift, right? But like this whole thing where like, all right, it's $20 per panel, $25 per panel. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do a panel within half an hour, 20 minutes. That would be fine, right? Depending on the panel. And then $120 a page. I could probably do that. That would probably be like a day's worth of work on most days once I have it all set up. And I'm just like, I get where people are coming in. They're like, hey, I want to do all this stuff, and I'm just like, all right, that's great. I appreciate that you come in with all this vigor and this like intensity. Like there are some people come in that I'm just like, you're gonna be a success so long as you keep that up. Like I will be inevitable. Like I'm I'll be fine. And then there are other people where I'm like, I don't want to name names, but you know who you are if you're watching this. We started at the same time, and my man has not posted a chapter in, I want to say, 5 years, and I've finished 18 books, 19 books, more since then. And I'm just like, what you doing, my man? And he's like, I'm still world building. I'm just like, okay. But like again, we both have full-time jobs in the military, and that's fine, right? I'm not if I had to like feed my family off my writing, I would put more into it, but it is not the case, right? So all this goes back to how much does it cost to make a manga? And if you look in that, like, so like free written, when I was reading it, it had like 12 issues, and I'm just like, that's like $500,000 more just to produce the thing, right? And I'm like, this is like a thing. This is a win more scenario, right? I used to like to say that audiobooks are a win more. If you're doing great with your ebook, if you're in the lower Amazon, you should have an audiobook, right? Just and like for those of you that don't listen to audio, for some reason there's so many people like me that don't listen to audio. I'm just like, you need to consider that like it's like a different market, but it's kind of like the same market extended. It's like people like me who have credits. I'm just like, when's the audiobook come out? And people are like, I didn't even think about an audiobook. I didn't think about this other audience that is built in, right? And for me, I'm like, if I sell 200 copies of my audiobook, then I recoup the costs, and then everything after that's golden. Especially on Libro.fm, which I'm on, by the way. Link in the thing. Please buy my book because I'm trying to figure out how the heck Authors Republic does their distribution. So this made me think, all right, well, if I can't make a manga, I can't make an anime without like a significant amount of money. Even Will Wright, one of the most successful authors in the genre, right, could not get like could get like a manga pilot, sorry, an anime pilot off the ground. Even if he's struggling, I'm like, all right, this is like, unless I'm the animator, I'm not gonna be able to do this. That's why I came back. I'm like, all right, if I wanted to do some other media project, the next thing I would want to do would be like a live play D&D podcast. And how much would that cost? And it turns out that would be a lot less